Hey friends, it's your pal Digital D again. This week you've continued to work with the number 10, but this week we've talked about all the ways to make the number 10. So thinking about those number partners. And you've been doing number partners for all the other numbers, but now we're looking at all the number partners that make 10. So let's take a few minutes and let's review some of the stuff you did this week with your teacher. Let's review what we learned in Lesson 13 as we practiced making 10. Throughout this lesson, we look at our number partners, all right, that make 10. And in this picture that you looked at with your teacher, you see a variety of 10 frames. So I'm going to draw a little line here. Here is one of our 10 frames in this box. And we're going to look at the number partners for 10. So you'll see here in the picture that there are some yellow balls and some white balls. Let's count them. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 balls that are yellow, and 1, 2, 3, 4 balls that are white. And together, 6 and 4 make how many? Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Remember, anytime that our 10 frame is filled in all the way, that means there are 10 things in the 10 frame. So our number partners for 10 in our first example are 6 and 4. 6 yellow balls and 4 white balls equals 10. What about the basketballs? Let's count the number of brown basketballs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we have 8 brown basketballs. How many more basketballs did we have to make the number 10? How many of those basketballs are blue? That's right. There are 2. 1, 2. When we count all of those basketballs, we see that our 10 frame is completely filled in and that there are 10 of them. So 8 and 2 are number partners that make 10. Let's look at these soccer balls. How many yellow soccer balls do you see? I want you to go ahead and count those yellow soccer balls for me. Do that in your head quietly. All right, how many yellow soccer balls are there? There are 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 yellow soccer balls. How many white soccer balls are there? 1, 2, 3. So 7 and 3 are another number partner for 10. 7 plus 3 gives me 10. What about our last picture with the red balls? Do I have 10 of those balls this time? How can I quickly see that there are only 9 balls and not 10? Turn to your partner and tell them, how can we quickly tell that there are only 9 and not 10? That's right. When I look at this 10 frame of the red balls, I notice that one of those boxes is empty and has not been filled in, which means we only have 9 5 on the top, and 4 on the bottom. To count those, we could start with the number 5, because we know that the top row is filled in, and we could count on 6, 7, 8, 9. So right now, we only have 9 of those red balls. How many more balls would I need to draw to make the number 10? How many boxes were empty? Just 1. So I could put in a purple ball right there, and then we would have our next number partner, which would be what number? 9 and 1. 9 and 1 make 10. Now, there's one thing we haven't counted yet. What's left for us to count here in this picture? Well, we have not counted those baseball bats. There's some with a black handle, and then there's some of those baseball bats that were made out of wood. How many baseball bats are there? I want you to count them with me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there are 5 of the black handle baseball bats, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of the wooden baseball bats. Does 5 and 5 equal 10? Let's count and find out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So what number, partners, do we have for the baseball bats? We have 5 plus 5, and that would equal our number 10. So 5 and 5 are number partners that make the number 10. Let's look at this one. What number do we start with inside of our 10 frame? I see that there are 1, 2, 3, 4 red counters in my 10 frame. And I need to figure out how many more counters I need so that I can get a total of 10. So let's finish filling in our 10 frame. And I want you to count the yellow counters as we do it. So count with me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. How many yellow counters did I add to our 10 frame? That's right, we added 6. Are 4 and 6 number partners that make 10? I want you to count them to yourself and make sure we have 10 counters. Great job. 4 and 6 are number partners that make 10. What's an easy and quick way for us to tell if we have 10? All I have to do is look at my 10 frame, and if all the spaces are filled in, then I know that there are 10 things on the 10 frame. So I could look at my 4 and my 6 and see that the 10 frame was filled in. What about this one? Let's count the number of red counters that are on our 10 frame. How many would be in the first row? If we fill in one row, we know that there are 5. And I could count on one more in the next row, which means that there are 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now, how many yellow counters do we need to add to our 10 frame so that we have 10? 1, 2, 3, and 4. How many yellow counters did we add? We added 4. Does 6 and 4 make 10? If you think it does, I want you to pat your head. If 6 and 4 make 10, I want you to pat your head. And that's right. They are number partners for 10. And we can quickly see that because our 10 frame is completely filled in. Let's do one more. This time I have 3 red counters. How many more counters should we put on there so that we have a total of 10? Count with me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Does 3 and 7 make 10? That's right, it does. I have 3 red counters, I have 7 yellow counters, and I can see that my 10 frame is filled in, which means 3 and 7 make 10. Let's look at one more thing that you did this week, and that was maybe building on with some cubes. How many cubes do we have to start with in this first picture? Well, I'm going to number them for us. I've got 1, 2, 3, and 4. And I need to draw some more cubes so that I have 10 cubes. I want you to think about what you remember for number partners, and if you know the number partner for 4, that makes 10. Turn to someone next to you and tell them, how many do you think we should draw to make 10? That's right. I heard some of you say that there should be 6 more. So let's draw 6 more. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Now let's count them all together and make sure we have 10. And I'm going to number them as we count. So we already had 4. What comes after 4? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So let's go back and think about our numbers we used. What one's our number partner? We started with 4. How many did we draw? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 4 and 6 made 10. Let's do the same thing down here. I want you to go ahead and count silently to yourself in your head. How many cubes do we have down here at the bottom? That's right. We have 6 cubes at the bottom. How many more should we draw to make 10? Let's see. If we already have 6, we're going to count on as we draw. So that would be one more, make 7, 8, 9, and 10. How many cubes did I draw? 1, 2, 3, 4. So 6 and 4 equals, whoops, it would be good if I put the numbers on there. 6 and 4 equals 10. Now tell me, once you look at it, what do you notice about our 2 number partners we used with our blocks? We had 4 plus 6 equals 10, and 6 and 4 equals 10. That's right, we just used the same numbers, but we flip-flopped them back and forth. So 4 and 6, and 4 and 6, or 6 and 4, and 6 and 4. Those are the number partners that make 10. Great job, friends, working to make the numbers 10. Let's do a little bit together. I want to show you a number, and I want you to yell out how many more I need to make 10. So if I showed you, let's start with an easy one. If I showed you 5, how many more would you need to make 10? What's the number partner for 5 to make 10? 5 and 5 make 10. Remember, just like we did on our 10 frame, in the 10 frame, all the things are filled up means there's 10. If we're using our fingers, if we're using all of our fingers, we know that we have 10. What if I gave you the number 3? Tell me how many more you need to make 10. What's the number partner for 3? Good job. 3 and 7 make 10. 3 and 7 are number partners for 10. Let's do one more. How about the number 2? If I showed you the number 2, how many more make 10? So the number partner for 2 to make 10 is the number 8. 8 and 2 make 10. Thank you guys for working so hard with me today. Hope you have a great rest of the week, and I'll see you next time. Remember, until then, keep counting.